Right, so we decided to do this over. We'll put it in the can and I'll throw it up because basically we've had nothing but communication problems.
Surprise, 4 lost connections.
Surprise, surprise in a Mercury retrograde. So we're going to throw this up later. And right now we're
going to get some gas because we're almost out of fuel.
Yeah, we're going to run out of fuel if I don't get to the gas station, but it's close enough to push the car now, so we should be all right.
So again, the card of the day is the Three of Pentacles.
No, again, they won't get the first part. Start all over.
Oh.
You've got to start all over. We're going to do it as if we were live, but we're actually recording.
All right, welcome to Elevensies, and we're sorry it was higgledy-piggledy and all over the place. If you were watching us on Facebook, you know that we connected and disconnected several times and finally decided that we weren't going to have a good connection today. We're in the car because our life is chaotic.
All right, well, you keep
Today's
talking while I
card
go
of the
fill
day
up.
is the Three of Pentacles, and that is about fraternities, sororities, secret groups, communities, things like that you might belong to. And the card has 3 people on it: a jester, an architect, and
Sorry, I just need, you have to pay, otherwise they're not let you have any.
a jester, an architect, and a master mason. And Masonic order would be one of the things that this card represents, that kind of a group. And my reading for you for this card for today is to be mindful about community and group interaction. Try not to let it be stressful, and try to make the most of the opportunities that other people may offer you. It could be an intense weekend as the moon moves into Scorpio. We know that the moon's energy is growing, so that's not a bad thing. But as you can see, there is still a lot of very stressful, chaotic energy where communication is concerned. We still have that mutual reception between Mars and Venus, which is also creating tension, outbursts, things like that. Mars ruled by Aries. Mars ruling Aries and Scorpio, Venus ruling Libra and Taurus. So this has a lot to do with our fiery, driven energy and our abilities to cope and balance things. So this weekend might be a little stressful because of the Mercury retrograde, but the 3 is a good card. 3 tells us cooperation, communication, that you can't build that beautiful remodeled church in the card without the cooperation of the person who wants it built and what their idea is, the architect who puts those ideas into a blueprint, and the Masonic guy, the Mason, who takes the blueprint and puts the person's idea into solid ground. So when you think about it that way, think about what this weekend might involve. Maybe you can't do everything by yourself. Maybe you need somebody to help you with your blueprint. Maybe you need somebody to help you with your building. Or maybe you just need somebody to help you communicate your ideas to the architect, whatever that is. So anyway, I think that's enough for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Come on in and visit all the new rocks. It is Rocktober, and we are making a rockumentary that we'll put on YouTube later about, starts with us like leaving to go get rocks and ends up with us all the way finished with the rocks and showing you them all once they're on display. So it was a huge order. It's the biggest rock order we've ever brought home, and it took us several people and 3 days to ticket it all, because we ticketed for inventory. So did you want to give your reading for the Three of Pentacles?
Sure, let me just get myself organized for 2 seconds and we can do that.
And then we can
we'll get on
with it.
We're getting on with it. We're getting on with it now, even as we speak. So, yes, good morning from me. I apologize. I got had to go get fuel because the car would have stopped working without fuel. It's one of those things you kind of forget, that you have to put fuel in them. Anyway, so we are now finally on the way to where we're supposed to be going, having had a few chaotic disruptions, and apologies once again for getting so confused this morning. So right, the card of the day apparently was the Three of Pentacles.
It is, and it holds for this weekend. So.
Oh, it's the card of the weekend. There you go. Actually, bloody good. Where's this guy think he's got? Okay, that's one way of driving.
Hey, at least he didn't hit us.
Lovely. I love this mutual reception thing. It's not people are not given to any kind of
stressful moments of outbursts.
Tell me about it. It's just insane. So yes, the Three of Pentacles. To me, yeah, as I think as Lisa's probably mentioned, this can at a very trivial level indicate home improvements, which is great. You know, it's always good to spruce up our homes and make our environments a lot nicer around us, and certainly at the store we're doing an awful lot of that right now. Much redo, as the saying goes. But to me, that card actually has or indicates a higher purpose, because the pentacles pictured on the card are the supernals. You know, they're yeah, exactly. They're above that veil. So this indicates there's more going on than meets the eye, and this typically is a realization of a higher purpose. And sometimes, you know, we all think, you know, I'm destined to more in life. I'm destined. There's supposed to be more to this. If that's the case, then your inner voice is just nagging you that you are not yet moving towards your soul's purpose. So maybe
you need an architect and a builder.
Maybe you do. Maybe you do need an architect and a builder to get there, because you've got an inkling, you've got some internal disquiet, if you will. But what you've got to seize upon next is your idea. What is it you are supposed to be doing? You know, what is it? And a lot of exercise I give people to do is like take a blank piece of paper and write down what time you want to get out of bed in the morning, and at the other end of the paper what time you want to go to bed at night. And if you're a nocturnal person and want to do it the other way around, that's totally fine too. But in that intervening period, your waking hours, so to speak, split them up into hours, divide them up into hours, and for each hour write down some kind of interaction that you think you would like to have during that hour, and describe it as best you possibly can what your interaction is. Now, this is not you at the beach gooping off sipping margaritas. This is you know,
what is your ideal day? What is your mission?
Yeah, exactly. You will know what it is, and you've got to take your preconceived ideas and glass ceilings out of the picture here, and just allow your imagination free rein. Let it go. So this is what
they're to do over the weekend,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Let it go. Give yourself free rein and write down those perfect interactions. You can't be saying, oh, I couldn't do that because I haven't got enough money, or I haven't got enough training, or I'm not born to the right family. Whatever, you know, none of this comes into play. You just allow your imagination free rein, and you can revisit it as many times as you like until you can look at it and you say, bugging me, that is my perfect day. That is my perfect day. Now here's the thing, that's your job description. What you've actually written down there is what you should be doing for a job, okay?
So or if it's play video games for 15 hours, maybe you can do it professionally.
Well, maybe you could perhaps program video games, but as I said, this is not you at the beach goofing off, okay? If you are just playing video games, that is a distraction. That's not you actually doing your soul's work, yeah? There's work involved here, but you'll know there's that instinctive realization, you know? And it might be, it could be anything from, you know, making the world a better place. It could be anything, you know, working with disadvantaged children, you know, whatever it is. You know, I'm not trying to put ideas in your head because I really don't want to. You've got to let your inner voice, you know, contact your imagination, or your imagination be stimulated by your inner voice and your higher purpose. And you're making improvements to your own personal temple, which the Temple of Solomon actually is a metaphor. It's all about you, and it's no surprise that there's a very strong Masonic connection to this as well, and that again is about becoming the best that you possibly can be.
So your reading for the weekend is become the best that you can be.
Yes. Look at your aspirations, look at where you're going to be, and you know you need those three things. You need an idea, because an idea without a plan is just a wish, so you need a plan. But a plan without any action is you're just spinning your wheels in the sand, you're going nowhere. So idea, plan, action, those three together, which are the three characters on the card, this makes it happen. And this is what, you know, this is what changes everything. So that would be my 2 cents, you know, that I've thrown in whilst driving along, like a
awesome,
like a sort of thing.
and
so,
I think that's cool.
yeah. So
thank you guys very much.
yeah, sorry it was so crazily disjointed and all over the place today. We will of course be doing more of our rockumentary filming as we get in. We're getting close now. Lot of rocks, you know. There's it's several days of it, has to be said. So there you have it, and thank you so very much for watching. It's been a pleasure. Have an amazingly beautiful day. Have an even better weekend.
Hope to see you soon.
Yes, we'll see you probably on Monday morning, I suppose. And thank you so very much for watching. Peace, and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Blessed be.
Blessed be.